So with the new iPhone updates, iOS 26, Apple has added new cool customization features that makes your iPhone stand out from others. In this video, I'm going to show you must-needed 10 iPhone features that you want to change immediately because it's super cool. I'm going to go over the lock screen setup, control center, widgets menu, and the home screen setup. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel, guys. So this is how I customize my iPhone. Without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, let's do the lock screen from the scratch. Long press the lock screen anywhere you want. Here you can start building from the existing lock screen or open a brand new one. For this video, I'm going to go with my current lock screen. I'm going to work from the very top. As you can see on the top bar, I have added the dates, and once you click on that, it'll take you to add any kind of widget you like depending on what you prioritize. Second bar down is the time, and you can play around with this, changing the font and the color. And also you can change the appearance of the digital clock. I have put the glass look. This can be changed depending on your wallpaper. You can also change the language on the reading clock. You can tap the globe sign. There's few language you can choose from. There's another bar that allows you to add your favorite widgets. I have dedicated this to the temperature, ChatGPT icon, and Spotify. By doing this, I will be able to dress according to the weather and instantly use ChatGPT to look up anything and listen to my favorite songs without even going into the phone. And then when you go to the very bottom on the screen, I have the flashlight and the camera on right. You can still customize into any widget you want it, but I have kept it simple and I'm fine with that. Moving on to the control center. Here you can add groups to control center and resize and rearrange controls to customize exactly how you want. You can open the control center by swapping down from the top of the right corner. When you keep scrolling down, you can see now the control center is divided into multiple pages. You can long press any blank spot here or tap the plus sign on the upper left, and you'll see the option to add or remove controls. You can scroll through and add anything that you like the most. In the first page, I have the most usuals, which gives me instant access. And on the second page, I have the Spotify music and some simple controls. I get it. It looks very different now, but once you get used to it, it'll be fine. Let's go into the phone before I talk about the home screen. If you see performance issues or lagging, you might want to change these settings. Go to accessibility, display, and toggle this on, reduce transparency, and your iPhone should run smoothly. Another change with the iOS 26 is that, let's say you're taking a screenshot and you don't like how it behaves. If you want to delete, you want to go back, tap twice. It is bothering, and so let's change it. Go to settings, search for screen capture, and turn off the full screen preview. And now you can take a screenshot. It will behave like it before. Just swipe it. You're gonna like this if you have a bigger iPhone screen. This is about navigation. Now you can swipe back from anywhere on the display. Prior to iOS 26, you would have to swipe back from the corner or from the edge. I think this feature comes handy when you're holding bigger iPhones like Pro Maxes, and it's easy to navigate. Alright, here's my home screen. It's a lot cleaner and way more organized than before. Ever since Apple introduced the ability to place icons anywhere on the screen, I've really taken the advantage of it. Right now I have 3 different home screen layouts, one for my content creation, one for my entertainment, and one for my work. I use a lot of apps throughout the day, so organizing everything this way keeps things simple and make it much faster to find what I need. You also notice that all of my app icons are using the dark style. If you want to do the same, just long press anywhere on the home screen, tap edit, then customize, and switch the icons to dark. There are a few other styles and color themes that you can choose from as well, so you can personalize it however you like it. At the top I have the widget stack, which is one of my favorite features. I have added multiple widgets in the same space for quick access. To set it up, just long press the widget, tap edit, and add the widgets or apps you want it. I mean, it keeps everything cleaner while still giving the easiest access to the information you use the most. Let's say you're listening to music on AirPods and you're getting into the car, the audio typically would automatically transfer to the car. But now you can change it on iOS 26. You go to settings, general, under airplane mode continuity, look for keep audio with headphones and turn this on. By doing this, when you're getting into the car, your audio will remain in your AirPods. Here's another feature you might like. So you go to battery and then you go to power mode, and then you can turn on the adaptive power. So when your battery usage is higher than the usual in your phone, you can extend your battery life by making subtle adjustments on performance. For example, like lowering the display brightness, reduce processing so it will use less energy. I really didn't like the redesigning of Safari on iOS 26, where it added a few extra steps. For example, if you want to open a new tab, you have to tap the ellipse bottom right and choose the new tab. And if you want to look at all the tabs you have to tap the same button. But there are some shortcuts that I like to share with you. First, if you want to create a new tab, swipe left from the address bar on the bottom, just like that. If you want to view all your tabs, swipe up from the address bar. And if you want to close everything at once, long press on the blue tick at the bottom, then tap close all. Last but not least, I know you're gonna like this, the ability to blur someone's face. Open the photo, tap edit, zoom into the face, tap the cleanup button. Once that loads, draw a circle around the face, and then the iPhone will automatically apply the identity protection and will blur the face of that person. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's all I have, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys know any other new features on your phone, please go ahead and comment down below. Do share with me. I'd like to learn. I'd like to make changes on my end as well. And do like and subscribe the channel. That's a huge support that you can give to this channel to grow this channel. And much more thank you. And with that being said, see you when I see you.